West Indies register their first victory in an international fixture for the first time since August 2009 with a win in the second one-day. But they approach the third ODI warily, knowing that the momentum is still not entirely behind them. With the series locked at 1-1, a win in the third match will put one team a step closer to taking the series. Hello and welcome to the highlights of the third one-day between West Indies and Zimbabwe being played at the Arnos Well ground in Kingstown, St. Vincent. The pitch bears a greenish tinge and might see some seam movement early into the day, but as the game progresses, batting might get easier. Zimbabwe captain Prosper Usea has won the toss and elected to bowl. West Indies have left out Suleiman Ben, David Barnard Jr. and Darren Bravo. The big news is the return of Dwayne Bravo in the starting 11. Dinesh Ramdin also makes a comeback, replacing Andre Fletcher. Zimbabwe have made just one change to their lineup, with leg spinner Timsi and Maruma coming in place of Chris Mofu. The visitors are banking on Tatenda Taibu to fire in his all-round capacity if they are to combat West Indies' growing confidence. So let's join the action with your commentators, Michael Holding and Jeff Dujon.
Just enough pace and bounce, I would think, to encourage good cricket. Well, that's what the first ball gives you the impression of anyway, that the ball will continue to go through like that for most of the day.
Well, it's nice and hard, with a nice high seam and new. And if there's going to be any bounce, it will be at this stage. But we have seen this pitch really flatten out as time goes on and the ball wears.
Found the gap, Chris Gale. Not perfect, was in the air for quite some time, but he found the gap to get through the offside. Pick up 3 runs there.
Seemed to reach for that, Chris Gale. But it doesn't matter if it goes in the air, if it goes in a gap.
That's gone a long way up. Will it fall safely? Seems so. Found no man's land there, Chris Gale.
Well, this just went straight on. Didn't turn. Top edge, and Chris Gale fortunate not to hold out.
Just about got it through. I think Price got a bit of a hand onto that to prevent it from getting it into the boundary. That should go all the way. Found the gap well there, Chris Gale. One bounce.
Just short enough. Chris Gale didn't try to hit it too square.
Got hold of that one. No one in the deep on the onside.
Well, this one was pitched a little further up. And closer to leg stump. So Gale had a chance to really come on the front foot and throw his arms at that.
Shot. Again lofted, but one sits in the gap, as Jeffrey Dujon said earlier on. It's safe.
Just over pitching Chigumbura. Barat forward. Safely through the gap and well timed.
He's had a long enough look. This has been a very watchful, quiet start by the West Indies, but now we see a definite change of policy and more aggression.
Reds is an outstanding strike. Goodness me, there's a man out there and he just popped it over quite easily. He's just so powerful. Lands right on top of that roof and just never comes down. Tell you what, that's not a small boundary that he's hit there. It had gone any further, that was in the ocean. What a shot, really, Chris Gale. He just stands and watches this, but goodness me, this is a great shot, Reds. Inside out, over extra cover. It wasn't wide, but he just made that little bit of width with using wonderful hands. Watch the line this comes in at. That's pretty much off stump. Flicks it, gives it a little fade, and he pushes it out. Always put him down. Goodness me, it's a dolly. Straight into his chest. The pressure has told. Brendan Taylor's put down a sitter. Price has done the business. Barrett can't get away. Get in the hands, just catch it. Gets his off spinners in there, angles it in, and very accurate bowler. Can he get the breakthrough? That Zimbabwe so desperately need now. The wind here, it's like blowing from his right, isn't it? It's just coming across the ground, maybe hurting him slightly. Maybe he can play with it into the wind a bit. Get it to drift into Chris Gale. That's what, yeah, if it wasn't for that breeze, we'd be extremely hot.
Preston B. Knox there, and Taidu celebrating.
Gale's on his way. He's actually walking now. He's gone. It's the breakthrough they wanted. The skipper brings himself on, takes Price off, and it looks like he's got Chris Gale straight away. West Indies are one down for 48, and the big wicket of Chris Gale is on the way. It's exactly what Zimbabwe needed. They needed it sooner rather than later. They wanted to get the breakthrough. They've got it, and it's been at Saya. Drew Chris Gale forward, slipped that back foot past, turned past the outside edge. Tabu missed him in Guyana a couple of times. He didn't miss him now. He's on his way as Chris Gale. He was striking it clean. He's gone for 33. It's 48 for 1.
Well, the experienced Chandapal now comes out. And important from the West Indies point of view that he gets going as quickly as possible, because the young Adrian Barrett is not really getting the ball away that easy. Very important that Chandrapal strikes the ball out.
We just spoke about the turn that is out there, and that did turn. Drifted in, turned away. Wonderful quick stumping by Tabu. Utsaya gets the breakthrough. Good piece of bowling. Tight on that off stump. And quick as a flash was Tatenda Taibu. Missed him twice in Guyana, but he's got him here. And a crucial wicket that is for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, leg side stumpings are not always the easiest. But Taibu stumped Barnard brilliantly in Guyana. And he must be very, very happy with that scalp.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Drift in, pitches middle, off stump, middle and off, and just rips past the outside edge. Good bounce on it as well. Wonderful quick hands by Taibu. The wicket has gone down. I don't know what they're waiting for at the moment. Maybe having a look. No, there's no... I'm not sure what's happened. Chandapal's already asked for guard, hasn't he? He's already in the pitch. Simon Tafel just indicating that there are 3 balls to go. I'm not quite sure what else was going on in the middle. Chris Gale's already unpadded in the change room. Surely that he was given out. But anyway, Chandapal's up front.
Zimbabwe like to just further slow the West Indies down here. The new combination will take some time to get the ball away.
What a beauty. That is an absolute beauty. Goodness me, that's taken some turn. Drift, then bite away. There it goes. Bang, bang. Wonderful bowling. Tough for the left-hander. We thought this wouldn't turn as much as the other grounds have, but this is turning, but turning quickly with bounce. Good over by it, Sayer. 1 run off it. It's 48 for 1.
Threaded it through. Chandapal always so good in finding gaps in the field. They should come for a third. No, they won't. Good chasing by the Zimbabweans. Big outfield here, as big as any in the Caribbean.
Just an idea of the amount of spin that's in this pitch. Chris Gale defeated in flight. And with a turn on Simran Chanderpaul about the second ball he faced.
West Indies have laboured to this 60 for 1, but given the conditions, I think it's safe to say that the game plan will be to bat all 50 overs. Keep wickets in hand, make a charge at the end. That would be the thinking. Don't want to be dismissed. Not using up the full allotment of 50 overs. Swept away, and he'll get his first boundary. Correction, second boundary for Bharat. Good sweep shot. We saw him use it against Ray Price and was lucky when a straightforward catch was dropped by Taylor at square leg. This time along the ground and between the fielders for 4. Good shot. Of course, the ball spinning in the opposite direction to what Price would have.
Just roll the wrists over that one to keep it down.
Now scampering the first, not a second. Zimbabweans quick onto the ball. Vusi Sabander onto that one. Easily identifiable, the one with the spectacles. Really is one of his strengths. He has many, of course, but the placement of the ball, use of his wrist just to get the ball away from fielders, even when he's not playing an outright attacking shot. Fumbled by Taibu, called a wide. Bharat, I think, was alert enough that he would have got back, even if he had taken it.
Yes, this turned a lot. He may not have gotten back if that was taken.
Yes.
Good save by the bowler. Deflected. Prevents a run. I'll come back for the second. It's a big ground here, the Arnafield ground. Time enough for them to get 2. Yeah, Jeffrey, I think it is as big as any ground in the Caribbean. Providence in Guyana also sizable outfield, but this to me looks as if it's the biggest. Can't get it past, so that ends the over at 70 for 1.
through the keeper. Now, is it buys or did he get a touch onto it? Whatever it is, they're going to come back for a second. Leg buys. So 2 leg buys. Interesting to see what Taibu did there. He was waiting for the return with the stumps disturbed. If the batsman was out of his ground when he took the return, he would have to have 1 stump in his hand, because the stumps were already broken. So he decided to pull the stump up.
This could be the fall of another wicket, though it is. Bharat looking to be a bit expansive, didn't quite get hold of it.
Woodside picks up his 2nd wicket. What was Barrett doing? Was he trying to go a bit square, and did it bounce on him a bit? But simple catch out into the deep. And an innings that was just starting to get going, he's chucked it away. Caught in the deep. Barrett's gone for 35. It's 86 for 2.
Two wickets down for the West Indies, and not quite who we were expecting to be coming in at number 4 is Dinesh Ramdin. Has the highest score of 74 not out. Needs to get an innings approaching somewhere near that for the West Indies to recover from this. Just about 3.4 runs per over being scored at the moment. Over number 26.
But picking up the 2nd wicket, he got Chris Gale earlier on.
That's a good shot from Chandra Paul. Very important for the West Indies that he stays at the crease.
It is important because when he turns it on, he can really turn on, and that's brought this little crowd to life. They enjoy that. Chandra Paul's sweet strike over mid-wicket for 4. But that's what he's so good at. And that's why the longer he stays there, the longer a batsman bats with him, get to know the pace of the pitch, get to understand the pitch, you can start playing your shots.
That Chandra Paul, typical of the man through that mid-wicket region, just over the ropes.
He's got wonderful hands as Chandra Paul. The leg spinner Creamer tossed this one up. He knows there's a gap out there at straight mid-wicket, and it's just such a simple shot, Mikey. Pops it over, it brings up the West Indies 100, but just such control.
That's well played. Might not get to the boundary, wasn't that well struck. Well fielded. Chikumbura, the man out there. So many times we see the throws aren't as good as they could be, but once the fielder lets go of the ball, the men running are not too sure what to do, so they stand their ground.
Well, Ramden's given himself a bit of room, but wonderful shot, and Chikumbura, he got it and got it in the air quickly.
Nice looking shot into the outfield. They should get 3 here. Oh, they only get 2, and that's bad running. Fielder had to come around a long way. It's a big ground. And when they completed 2, it looked as if they had ample opportunity for the 3rd. There they go, 1. Back again, 2. A little bit of a hesitation. And no. Ramden will cut. He loves the shot, but much too close to him and didn't turn away. Bounced and came straight through virtually. Just into position, always ready for that cut shot. Ramden plays it well this time, but just a single.
Well, took this right off the stumps. It's always only going to be a single.
West Indies not being allowed to break free here. 134 for 2, 36 overs gone. Lamb now, and it's in the air, but it's clear of fielders with the reverse sweep. Won't make it all the way to the boundary, but they should come for a third, and they do.
The boundaries have been pretty hard to come by. Shivnaraj Chandrapal just playing a reverse sweep. It's a big outfield and it's not particularly fast, so it's going to have to be a lot of hard running. He goes on to 48, but it's Ramdin on strike.
Ramdin anxious for the second again. They're just missing out here. They don't want to take the chance of a good strong throw, but it's so big, the outfield, and you feel that if the fielder just gets the ball, the batsman can come back and complete the second run. Chandrapal 70 in that first one-day international in Guyana, off 70 deliveries. 48 here now. What a reliable player he has been for the West Indies over many years. 1994 first came into the West Indies team. Test match in Guyana at Border against England.
Healthy average of 41.89. And he'll look for one here. Think about it second. He's going to come for it. And that's his 50. Shivnaraj Chandrapal, second half century. And 57th 50 in ODI's second half century of this series.
There he goes. Fielder is out there, but it'll beat him across the boundary for 4.
Well, this is typical of Shivnaraj Chandrapal. Just moved inside the line of that one and got it fine enough. There was a deep backward square leg, but got it fine enough to elude him. Picks himself up 4.
Yeah, I don't think there's much doubt now as to what the intentions of certainly Chandrapal. We'll see if Ramdin follows suit. But the intentions now perfectly clear and understandable as well. We're coming into the 40th over. It's 4 overs of the 39th gone. 4 deliveries gone of this over. Field switches over for the right-handed Ramdin. Well, a limp pull shot in position, looked a long hop, and Sabanda pulls it in comfortably. Butchia, sorry, pulls it in at mid-wicket, and Ramdin goes back. He really saw a boundary there.
And this was a very soft dismissal. Hit high on the bat, rushed onto him. It would appear, and Utsaya had all the time in the world to take the catch. 19 from Dinesh Ramdin. It's 151 for 3.
man of the match in the second one-day international at Providence in Guyana. Narsingh Deonarine comes in now. He played beautifully there, carried the West Indies across the line, in the end quite comfortably. So 10 overs and 1 ball remain in the innings. Correction, 11 overs and 1 ball. And here is the shot. Ramdin very eager to put it away.
Didn't time that at all and just pulled it to short mid-wicket.
He's gone. Well, just turned away, and 2 wickets of successive balls, with Chandapal following Ramdin, also involved in a run out with Deonarine in the first one-day international. Just seemed to give up. Chandapal.
Well, he had absolutely no chance there, Shivnarine Chandapal. Deonarine anxious to get off the mark, obviously. And a good piece of fielding by Prospod Sear. Another good innings from Shivnarine Chandapal comes to an end. Tragically, it's 151 for 4.
West Indies have gone from 151 for 2 of 38 overs and 4 balls to 151 for 4 of 39 overs, and now brings Dwayne Bravo and Narsingh Deonarine together, neither of whom have scored. Deonarine has just faced the 1 delivery, and Bravo coming back into international cricket for the first time since last December. So more work now to do for the West Indies. 2 significant setbacks. In the commentary box now, as Prosper Utsia takes over from Creamer. Taking over from myself and Jeffrey Dujon will be Michael Holding and Reds Pereira.
Just when the West Indies are trying to get to a reasonably comfortable position, they found some way of slipping back down that ladder.
Do it, lads! Let's do it, lads!
Not surprising, it's been called for now. And does give a little more room in the outers for the attacking stroke play. Bravo, the more bold attacking of the 2. He hasn't had a lot of cricket of late. He's been out with an injury. He's had 1 2-day game. He's got 100. Didn't get much of a chance to bowl because spinners dominated in that game. But he backs himself. When will the quote-unquote charge come? Or they'll simply bat it out? How do you feel, Mikey, the West Indies cricket bowlers will operate on this track?
Well, Chikumbura certainly got a bit of help with the new ball and even the older ball. So I would suspect that the seam bowlers for the West Indies should be able to bowl well on this. The new ball should still deviate off the seam. And it will be very important that they do get an early breakthrough or get some early wickets, not just 1. That's gone a long way up. Don't think it's gone far enough though. This should be taken. No, it isn't. Dropped. So a chance there for Deonarine.
Didn't seem to hit it cleanly at all. And the second opportunity going down for Zimbabwe. Didn't seem to line it up. The wind might have been a factor. And that's really spanked away. It's a typical Bravo shot. And I think he got the boundary he was looking for, gave him width there, moved nicely into the shot. Beautiful to watch when he plays those square drives as they tried to pick up the tempo. Well, not a lot of overs left.
Another single. Price just isn't happy. Hates giving away runs.
West Indies had a reasonable start by Galen Barrett.
Well played. Gave himself a bit of room there, Dwayne Bravo. The only man deep on the offside is straight. Again, a possibility there, Reds of the third run, not taken.
Yes, that's for the sixth occasion they had available. But he does play that attacking shot through squarish cover well, whether on the front foot or on the back foot. But this is a heavily grass field. At Providence, that would have gone for 4. Down this Vale, the grass is thicker and longer.
That one should go for 4 now. Well, good bit of fielding down there. I'm sure the third umpire will want to have a look at that. Chikumbura, the man down there. If he has saved it, that was very good work. Let's see. Certainly prevented the ball from hitting the boundary on that occasion. He was in contact with the ball there, but is he also in contact with the rope or over the rope? That's the question.
I think he was, Mike. I think he was over. There's the right leg, and his hands, the left hand is down.
To be honest, I think he's okay. If he comes back over the ropes before touching the ball, as he does there, he should be okay. That's good work. Saved this team a single, in my opinion. And I think the television replay umpire, third umpire, Mr. Clancy Mack, has confirmed that. So just 3 runs from that delivery. Good over again for the West Indies, though. 9 runs coming from it. Long off, not in place. So 4 runs.
A shot in anger there as Ryan Narsing there, and again showing that in front, very, very comfortable, slightly cramped on the leg stump.
No, this is good running. Bravo is the man who really instigated that. He's the one who ran the first one very quickly, got back comfortably. Ray Price, as usual, not happy, so he has asked the captain for a change of personnel. I think that should be a leg by. We wait on the umpire to signal. Yes, it is.
Bravo out to the blocks in a jiffy and really ran hard for the second. Must have been a pretty good sprinter at the primary and schoolboy level. Always been brilliant in the field, good mover, so no surprise that he can put pressure on any fielding side and look for the extra run.
Man in the deep mid-wicket region, so just a single.
Maybe looking to loft Price out towards the Michael Finley Pavilion.
How far has that gone? Very far. That's a good blow. Straight to the man at point. That's another wicket for Zimbabwe. The honour Ryan goes.
Well, at this stage, you just have to die with your boots on, so to speak. Overs running out. Soft dismissal.
He didn't have to move. Last thing the honour Ryan goes for 21. It's 195 for 5. Into over number 46, the last over in the batting power play for the West Indies, and Kieran Pollard comes to the crease. West Indies will be hoping that he can maintain that sort of strike rate in the last few overs, or even perhaps a bit better, because they need some runs. Here now are Neil Johnson and Tony Kozia.
Thank you, Michael Holding. That'll be a wide and a run, so that counts for 2. Dion Ryan once again looked pretty good before this. Well struck in that he found placement. Not so much in the force of the shot, to just get 2. But he found a gap away from the extra cover. In the air, could be a catch, should be a catch. Taken this time. Matsakaneri ran around, not as comfortable as it might have looked in the air for a long time. So bravo goes. West Indies lose their 6th wicket.
He was just trying to flick it down leg. It was going down leg, didn't come onto the bat nice and easy, but a good catch by Stewie Matsakaneri, running away from himself. Dwayne has gone for 24. It's 207 for 6.
So just the 3 overs to go. Batsman Crosswell, that catch was being taken so that Sammy won't face right away. In fact, he will, because it was the last ball of the over. So it's a different over now. Utsia will bowl to him. Utsia has 1 over remaining of his allocated 10. The umpire in a drop catch as well, and probably a painful hand. Full toss hit pretty firmly back to the bowler, just seemed to burst through his grasp. Umpire Taufel couldn't get out of the way.
Well, he saved him 2 runs, didn't he? Good fielding.
Come for the 2nd. You just wonder why this kind of running wasn't in effect early on. That would have been 1 earlier with Chandapal and Ramdin in, even with Gale and Barat.
But you just watch Sammy go. Sammy did this in Guyana as well, right near the back end of the innings. He ran well between the wickets, and right here, come back for 2 there brilliantly. He backs up well, not bad fielding at all, but watch it, Sammy, here. Just watch it, and he's gone. He touches, and he comes back already. Now he wants to come again and makes it pretty comfortably. Good running.
He's done a little bit of damage to his knee. It looks as if he isn't all that happy, but he's ready. Should have done better with that one, Pollard. Just a single.
Yeah, he got a nice low full toss there, didn't he? He's had 2 this over that hasn't put away. Umpire Tarfel fielded the 1, so that could have been 2 runs, but no, he hasn't got it away. Sammy's looking uncomfortable. Something wrong with the knee.
On the ground it goes, over his head. Bursts through his grasp. Maruma it is. Perhaps he should have been back on the ropes. He wasn't. So often we see this. Fielders coming too far in. And then the ball over his head, bursts through his grasp. And Sammy gets a boundary to finish on off an over which cost 10. 2 remain, 217 for 6. There he goes. And that's a big hit. Typical power hitting from Kieron Pollard.
He just does it so easy, doesn't he, Tony? He just came down the pitch. It looked like Creamer had got it right in there where it was difficult to get out, and this guy's wrists and power just flicks it for 6. Wonderful strike. Just clean as a whistle onto the roof and out of the whole stand. Bang, gone. Wonderful strike. This is why this guy's good at the back end of an innings. He can really give an injection into the score. 17 he has now of 10 balls.
I mentioned that Champions League. He hit 54 of 18 deliveries with 5 sixes and 5 fours when Trinidad and Tobago beat New South Wales Blues in the preliminary round. He's gone this time. Quicker delivery. Sent it wide. Clever bowling by Creamer. And Pollard, well, he knew he was coming after him and sent it wide. That's intelligent bowling. So Pollard goes 225 for 7. And a good comeback by Creamer.
Yeah, good bowling. Just almost like a slide. He didn't even give it a rip, but bowled it wide. Pollard's gone. Comfortable stumping for Taibu. Good bowling by the young leg spinner. Pollard's gone for 17. It's 225 for 7.
Well, here's a bit of a surprise. Ravi Rampal, left-hander, hits the ball well. But Nikita Miller seemed to have qualified himself for this role. Cracked it away. The fielder is out there, but he won't get to it. So Rampal doing what Miller had done in the last over in Guyana, when he hit a 6 and a 4 off the first 2 balls of the last over there. Now Rampal has a chance and hits it away to the mid-wicket boundary. Bad delivery.
Well, he's the left-hander. This ball's always turning into him if it's not the googly, and he just swipes through the line of it. But the wicket was good bowling, wasn't it, Creamer? Just pushed it wide, didn't even celebrate, knew he had done him. It's gone again. No, this is big. This is big. This is what you spoke about, Tony. You said come in and hit the ball. Miller did it in Guyana. Ravi Rampal's done it here. 4, then a 6. Wonderful striking. End of the 49th over.
Yeah, as you say, Neil, the ball's turning into him. So that's the way he's going to swing, and he swung really well. A 4 and a 6. Carries the score to 235 for 7. 1 over remains. In the air, but no one will get there. Oh, Willie. Ooh, just out of his reach. And a spectacular collision in the outfield. It's Utsia, the captain. There's an appeal for run out, in the words of a famous Australian commentator. It's all happening out there. But Utsia is the one who is down. Could well be a run out as well. Umpires asked for the television replay on the return, but the Zimbabweans are more concerned with the condition of their captain than with the dismissal. Here it is.
Well, I think he's run out, is he? It looks like he is. Chikumbura got the throw from Tatenda Taibu. Wrong side of the stumps. Does he knock the bails off before? Yes. That's close. Cream is in the way. But I think it's out. I think that's out. But it also looks like Prosper Tsaya's out as well. He got a good knock on his head.
You just wonder how serious it is. Ask for the replay, and here's the replay. I think it does show that it is a dismissal. He did well not to break the stumps before getting the ball back onto them.
And that was Ravi Rampal trying to come back for the third run, it was. So it was incredible running, and he's only just short. Wonderful piece of work by Elton Chikumbura to grab the stumps, as you said, Tony, and not knock the bails over and still get him out. So it was good running, but he's ended a little bit short. Ravi Rampal's gone for 14, 2:42 for 8.
Well bowled. He knew he was going to come after him. This time there's no big hitting from Miller. First delivery. Bowled. No 6, no 4 in the last over as there was in Guyana.
No biggest celebration either. Actually, the length was right for him to get underneath it, but he just missed the ball. He's gone for a duck. It's 2:43 for 9.
Last ball of the innings, and that's pretty well struck on the first bounce. They'll come back for the second, and they get them as well. So after 50 overs, the West Indies 245 for 9. They've scored 92 runs from the last 10 overs of the innings and have got themselves up to what really should be a very challenging total in these conditions.
Sammy was not out there on 7. He ran well between the wickets. Roach just 2 not out, but it was at Chanderpaul once again 58. Gale up front with 33. That really got things going. Down in the middle order, guys were scoring at a run a ball, if not quicker than that, and that's also what pushed them up to nearly 5 and over to end with. Partnerships, nothing really to speak about, except that 65 between Ramden and Chanderpaul, which was pretty crucial at a time where they lost quick wickets, a couple of quick wickets. Bravo, Denarine, 44 of 37 was good, and the rest of them pretty good as well, where it was more than a run a ball. The wickets, Chikumbura came in to open the bowling. He picked up 2 near the end, but the spinners had to do a lot of the work. But they also started fetching near the end when there were wickets in hand. But Saya picked up the big prize wicket of Chris Gale, so he bowled well, but nonetheless it was wickets in hand in the end that hurt Zimbabwe.
So 245 for 9. In ordinary circumstances, a target of 246 wouldn't seem all that challenging, but in the 34 innings in 17 one-day internationals on this ground prior to this one, there have only been 13 scores over 200. So it does indicate that the bowlers will feel here, the West Indies will feel that this is a pretty good total. 245 for 9. Zimbabwe need 246 to win. Magnificent Yorker, magnificent. Well, he bowled him with a similar delivery in Guyana, cut him short at 95, broke the bat, knocked out the off stump. He's done the same thing here again. A fast Yorker in the first over, always difficult to contend with.
Well, that's through him before he's even got the bat anywhere near down. It's 90 miles an hour, 144 k's an hour. Vusi Sibanda's been yorked for a duck. Zimbabwe lose their first wicket without scoring.
a setback for Zimbabwe in the first over. An almost unplayable off-stump Yorker, ripped it out. Sabanda gone. No run yet on the board. Brendan Taylor, the batsman.
We've just gone over 90 miles an hour. That one's 91 miles an hour. The Yorker was at 89.5 miles an hour. And watch, there it goes. Bang, it's through. Vusi Sabanda can't get the bat down in time. His first 2 deliveries he got were back of a length. Quick. Not as quick and straight as that one. An absolute beauty, right in the hole.
Hit that very well. Really wasn't all that short. And he was in position and just reaches the boundary. So just a little bit short. And Mazakadze was in position very quickly.
You're right, Tony, this is not that short. Mazakadze onto it so quickly. He's got a big bat, he's a big strong guy as well, and he just gets it away for 4. Good start of the over for him, but this is what he waits for. He waits for something where he can just move those big arms. But you know, you looked at that West Indian scorecard and Shiv Chandapal got himself over 50 runs. Other than that, no one really got runs. And you wonder how they got to the 245. It was all about wickets in hand at the end there, and they were able to have a dip. And I reckon the only way Zimbabwe can get themselves to that score is if they have wickets in hand. They really got to weather the storm up front, exactly like the West Indies did. They took their time up front and then had a dip at the end, all shared in at the end.
Yeah, 92 off the last 10 overs. Could be a run out. Misses. Kyron Pollard. Not all that easy. Had to get around the ball, then throw at the stumps. Taylor was a long way down.
Did he have a chance of throwing it to the fielder who was coming running in? Is that Miller who came in? Instead of going for the direct hit here, I think he had time to throw to the fielder. The fielder would have just whipped the bail off. But he went for the direct hit. Taylor survives.
Yeah, Miller was in there quickly as well. Brendan Taylor's much in the series. He got run out in that first innings. Batted pretty well for his 47 in the second one. Got experience now, Taylor. Most famous innings, of course, is when he, I think, what was it? They needed something like 15 off the last over in a one-day international against Bangladesh at the Harare Sports Club. And they needed 6 off the last delivery, and he hit it for 6. Ball caught behind, caught by others. Just come down, stop at run-outs. 10. He's hit that well. It's gone away for 4. Well, they put a man back there. Rampal said, well, let's see if he can do it again this time. Wasn't too far away from the fielder, but well hit and dragged away for 4. Good shot, 2 boundaries in the over, 8 off it, 12 for 1. That's his favourite shot. We've seen him play that before in this series. He hit Roach for a 6 in Guyana over third man. Then he was caught at third man. But on this occasion, this was a deliberate cut shot. Those 2 occasions, he was just helping the ball on. This time he's put beef into it. Good shot. Found a gap. Ball's running nicely away, and with this big outfield, they'll come for a third.
Got him, keeper!
On the up, Taylor punches him through the offside, but we haven't seen many of those shots this whole tour so far. The pitchers haven't warranted shots like this, or haven't let the batsman be able to play on the up. But with Roach's pace, plus a better pitch, or a pitch that comes on a bit better, the boys can play their shots. Are they going to still stick to the bouncers or the short balls to Mazakadza? He's hardly had anyone full yet.
Yeah, he's beaten mid-on. Run all around it mid-on. The Unarain, just a misjudgment. They come for another 3. So a couple of 3s off successive balls. Really just a push down the ground.
Using Roach's pace again, wasn't he? He's gone full, nudged them down the ground, picked up 3, but this over already 6 runs off it without a risk being taken. And we saw the West Indies as well when they batted. Once they just played genuine, proper batting cricket, they were able to get themselves up to a level where they had wickets in hand and be able to blast near the end. And as you said, Tony picked up 90 odd runs in the last 10 overs, and I think that's what Zimbabwe's game plan's got to be as well.
West Indies out, just replacing a spin bowler with a seamer. Rampal coming in for Suleiman Ben. Dwayne Bravo is in as well, so another medium fast bowler. Found the gap. Pollard's after it this time. Productive over. Already 8 off it.
Yeah, leaving Suleiman Ben out the side, who's probably been the best one-day bowler in the West Indies for quite a while.
The fielder is out there, but he'll have to be beyond the boundary because it's a 6. Hit it really well. So just wonder now, when will the West Indies abandon this tactic? It surely is a tactic, no question about it. They've tried it 3 times, and 3 times he's got it away. 2 4s and a 6. Hit it really well.
Well, that's a good shot to welcome any bowler with. Overpitched and well driven.
He's just come back into cricket in Trinidad after the injury. Had a 2-day game, didn't get a lot of opportunity to bowl. Batted a long time.
That's gone over the wicket-keeper's head. Another one of those 4 shots that we are seeing falling into an empty area.
Yes, that happened very often when the West Indies were batting. A little bit of luck there running role of the batsman. Sammy for a moment thought that probably would have dropped into someone's hands. But digging it short and getting it to climb. Sammy de Win was captain this year. I think he did a little bit of work with Ezra Mosley in Barbados when the Windwards passed through on their way to Jamaica. When the Windwards also returned there. Ezra Mosley, a very experienced practitioner. Taylor has been a good servant of Zimbabwe cricket in recent years. Looks also a natural opener if they need be. With technique.
Gone. He doesn't drop those, Darren Sammy. He's a very good fielder, and even better when he's the bowler himself. Second wicket goes down for Zimbabwe.
Looking to play a forcing shot, and Sammy, who is good at any standard, quickly moving to his left.
It's 51 for 2. So Tatenda Taibu, the new batsman for Zimbabwe. The wicket fell the very last delivery of over number 10, so that means he'll be at the non-strikers end for the beginning of this over. 12 half centuries for Tatenda Taibu in his career. 2 centuries. Here comes the signal for the bowling power play. More times than not, you'll see the fielding team take their power play overs 11 to 15.
Making some height there, bravo. Good technique shown by Mazakaza. Zimbabwe's second wicket. Not surprising, cotton bowl Sammy. And that's just about the best way you want to start, Michael. In the attack, and you got a wicket.
No run there. That could be close if he hits.
Well, since Taibu has come in, there's been a lot of uncertainty. A direct hit would have maybe found them just a little late. Communication, understanding, applying the basics. When in front, the striker's call. When behind, the non-striker. Have you seen a lot of Hamilton Mazakaza, Michael?
Not really, Reds. I'm seeing a lot of Zimbabwe per se.
Well, he certainly looks like he's lost nothing. If there's anything, he's a better player than we first saw him.
He's looking to try and force the issue here. I'm not too sure that it's necessary to be taking risks at this point.
Sam.
Looking to charge Sammy, and Sammy probably saw him coming. Stood his ground, got some bat to it, didn't have great control.
Hamilton Mazakaza, of course, recognizing that the Westerners have taken their bowling power plays, perhaps trying to capitalize on the infield, trying to hit over the top. Sure, that's a good way to go. You want to make sure that you do score as many runs as you possibly can when the fielding restrictions are on. Well bowled, excellent delivery.
Sammy with his tail up. That probably gave him more pleasure than the first dismissal. There's nothing like brushing the outside edge.
Well, we saw the pitch this morning, a bit of grass around, a bit of greenery in that grass as well. Seamers should enjoy this. 57 for 3. So 3 wickets down for Zimbabwe. Stuart Matsukinyere, the new batsman at the crease. 13 half centuries, yet to score a century for his country. in one-day internationals. And this is why he's there. Opened them up quite nicely there, Darren Sammy. Slanted it in towards the batsman and pitched and straightened. Just tending to go down the leg side, I would think.
Zimbabwe plans going astray. I basically would think that they were hoping that Mazakaza would bat through and Taibu would play the shots. But Taibu not lasting long enough. Next ODI is on Friday. And then the final ODI on Sunday. We expect bigger crowds, especially on Sunday. Monday being a national holiday here.
Big shout again. That's out this time. Bravo has struck.
Well, Zimbabwe batting in disarray. First Darren Sammy, and now Darren Bravo.
Pitched outside the line or off stump, but it certainly struck him in line and had a very good chance of going on to hit the stumps. Hadn't gone a long way forward, Matsakiniri, and he goes without scoring. It's 58 for 4. Greg Lamb, the new batsman for Zimbabwe. They're in a bit of bother. Lost their first wicket without a run on the board. Then they had a good partnership of 51 runs. But not much has gone well since then.
Lamb, who's had a spell in England with Hampshire and looks a good all-round cricketer. And this stand must bat a number of overs.
Definitely hit him in line, as we suggested earlier on. He pushed out, yes, but not far enough, and the ball came back in and hit him in line with the stumps. A single and the wicket in that Dwayne Bravo over. It's 58 for 4. Who is going to spend some time at the crease with Mazakatsa? Taylor, Taibu, Matsikiniri, all back in the pavilion.
Not a very impressive looking scorecard, and he really needs someone to stay with him. No spin yet from the West Indies. The fourth ODI will be played on the adjoining pitch.
Gone again, another wicket for Darren Sammy.
Well, I would expect some St. Lucians will be travelling to St. Vincent this weekend. Not very far by boat to see Darren Sammy in this kind of form.
Well, the top scorer so far departs. It's 58 for 5. Elton Chikumbura did a bit of bowling earlier on today, and I'm absolutely sure he didn't expect to be at the crease this quickly. 13 half centuries, but have a look at the number of matches that he has played. 106 ODIs for Zimbabwe, Elton Chikumbura. He's only 23.
And hoping to play Test cricket maybe in 2 years if Zimbabwe gets readmitted.
Looking for 2 here, should get them.
Well, what could be the game plan now? Let's at least try and bat the overs out. And we try and counter-attack as Bravo and Dino Ryan did. Oh, that's Darasami's best bowling, 3 for 9. 2 for 2, 2 for 31.
Career best figures for Darren Sammy. He has an excellent chance of improving on those figures.
Zimbabwe need to make some kind of a stand now with this pair.
Yes, he's a very good hitter. Fractionally short. As we saw with Rampal, this was not a deliberate tactic. Well, perhaps you could say that with Rampal, that there was a fielder out there and he was trying something. It's well struck.
Not a lot of pace in this pitch, and that just sat up, got hit quite square. That shows that the batsman made contact early with the delivery. He's had a lot of time to play.
Well, there's no centre man back at deep square leg now, deep forward square leg after that shot. Band-aid fielder placing, they call it. Whenever something happens, you put a band-aid on it. That was only for Chikumbura, however. Lamb, fielder, comes in.
But it could be a tactic for Chikumbura, though, Tony, to sort of attract his attention around to the leg side, make him look for the short pitch delivery, and maybe he'll just get something that's pitched up nice and just outside off stump. Something along the lines of what took Mazakadza's edge. Might just be late on it.
Ends the over. 6 off it, 70 for 5, 16 gone. Chikumbura coming for the second. Quick between the wickets, a good busy all-round cricketer. Sabana, I suppose you could say he's the Dwayne Bravo of the Zimbabwean team. Brings energy to the team. Very enthusiastic cricketer. Prosper here, the captain of the Zimbabwe team, looks to have recovered from that accident in the field. Collided with Muruma. Both of them going for a catch.
Just a little hint of movement off the pitch from Kimar Roach. Much more comfortable bowling the older ball.
Given him finally. Roach strikes. Umpire Malcolm took some time to consider it. Chikumbura goes. Roach strikes as he comes back in his first over of a new spell. And Zimbabwe in further trouble here. 6 down for 72.
Well, he's very fast through the air, Kimar Roach, and foolish delivery. Pitched outside off stump, but hit between wicket and wicket. Not much of a step forward from Chigumbura, and he's got to go. 10 runs, look promising, but he's gone 16.3 overs, gone 72 for 6.
Well, it's his first appearance in the series, Maruma. And Roach just greets him with a bouncer.
And a good one at that. But he negotiated it well. I think that sets it up for the next one to be fast, straight and full. There we go. But Maruma equal to it. This is Chigumbura's dismissal. You see that his toe is just outside that red area and he's hit inside it. His first movement was back on his stump, so not much of a stride forward, so no problem from umpire Malcolm to see that would have gone on and hit the stumps.
It ends the over at 72 for 6, Zimbabwe. There's the West Indies at this stage. Just lost the 1 wicket. 56 for 1 they were.
And that's the area where Darren Sammy has had his success. It's up and just outside that off stump. Gone past the bat a couple of times, and when he hasn't, he's taken the edge.
Two slips in for him as well. Beauty brought it back, done him all over the place. Maruma had no answer to it, didn't have much of a clue, and the sad face of the Zimbabwean captain cross-pose here tells a story. Superb bowling.
There's the benefit of pitching the ball up to the bat again, and this one looked to be coming in to Maruma and just straightened and hit the off stump. Would have defeated a better player, I would have thought. Darren Sammy picks up his 4th. It's only conceded 20. Maruma goes for 2. Zimbabwe 75 for 7.
75 for 7. As Creamer now will face Darren Sammy. Pushed down the ground for 1. Sammy already improves on his best overall performance already. He had his best figures. Creamer comes in and gets a run off his first delivery.
That's the delivery that got rid of Maruma. Pitched and leg cut. Hit that off stump. Would have defeated many a better player. Prodigious movement off the track.
So doubling up on his previous best haul of wickets against Holland in Dublin, against Australia here in 2008. Nice shot. Through the offside. They'll come back for a second. No. Good bit of work in the field as well. Ravi Rampal it is, end of the over, 20 gone, 77 for 7. Dimar Roach continues now. That'll be a wide on height. Carries the score into 78 for 7. In the commentary box now, Reds Pereira, and with him is Neil Johnson.
And this, Neil, is quite a combination. Seam, movement from Sammy, and genuine quick stuff from Roach. The ideal type of combination.
Well, it's real pace from Roach, isn't it? He's really cranked it up here today, slipped it through beautifully.
Well, giving him too much wit, and the Miller return is good. West Indies had to regroup as a team after losing the 2020 and the first ODI, and it's now for Zimbabwe to regroup here in St. Vincent. Neil?
That's right, and they're a long way behind now. 80 for 7 after 20 overs, and all sorts of trouble. Writings on the wall. Edge, what a catch! What a catch,
Brilliant.
Chris Gale! Beautifully bowled by Roach, but come on now, Chris Gale. Too talented, unbelievable take. Diving left, one-handed, picks up Lamb. Brilliant take.
That's in the top draw. Quick reaction, Roach not major pace, and Gale to his left, getting down and taking it brilliantly. And if Zimbabwe wanted a little bit of luck to run their way, there's just none, because the West Indies have been brilliant.
Well, Lamb's gone for 7, Zimbabwe 80 for 8.
Well, the Clive Lloyd side of that great period had some great catchers. Richards, Greenwich, Lloyd himself, and I think they would approve highly of the catching of Gale. The captain comes out, and there's a Trinidad and Tobago song, Captain, the ship is sinking, and sinking very quickly.
He's had a few problems with no balls. He bowled one earlier on, did Roach. This wasn't a no ball. This was just a fantastic catch. He bowled him a few short ones, then pitched this one up, went on the drive, and just a champion catch by just a talented player. Wow, that's a great catch. You could even see it in his face. He loved it. Big smile. Free hit, nothing happens. But at 81 for 8, Zim in all sorts of trouble. But it's great when you see a West Indies side get very excited like this, sprinting around, and their fielding today has been superb. Barrett was excellent at mid-wicket, great save there. Pollard at backward points been brilliant, and now Gale's just topped it off with a brilliant catch at first slip.
And this is the West Indies side, of course, with Taylor out, with Edwards out. So young Roach with his young shoulders having to lead the attack, but well supported by Sammy.
Well, that's really what turned it round, wasn't it? It was Gale taking off Ramden. Was it no who was bowling from the bottom? Yeah, Ravi Rampal from the bottom, and bringing on Sammy. Sammy ran in and just bowled line and length, got the court and bowl to start with. He's one of those excitable type of guys as Sammy. He lifts a team, and he just started chipping away at wickets down the other end. Bravo was superb as well. And now another great Yorker from the speedster.
And it's really difficult to understand when you look back at the career of Roach. He was taken to Dubai in a one-day series and did not play at all. Total mystery. And beaten for pace there. I think the two players, or three players, that didn't get a game, Roach, Mohammed and Johnson. Mysterious.
But he's running here today and bowled quickly and bowled well. Picked up another wicket. It's 81 for 8.
Well, Simon Toffel thinking long and hard, and a wry smile. If the best umpire in the world can turn you down, you probably feel, well, maybe I just didn't have it there.
It looked close, didn't it? Just angled in, zip in. Always on its way down leg, maybe an inside edge, but it looked like it was always moving down leg, maybe a bit too high. Did he get an inside edge? I don't know. Maybe clipping that leg stump, but no, the angle wasn't right.
Well, certainly worth a shout. Zimbabwe, like a boxer in round number 8, on the ropes, waiting for the knockout punch, but trying to hang on. But Heat Streak has got his work cut out, because this is a bit of a psychological damage, and you've got very few days to motivate. Not many changes they can make. Any structure can be changed.
No, not really. I think they've played some good cricket, haven't they? They've bowled pretty well and restricted. Well, did they restrict them to 240? I'm not sure, but anyway. I don't think there are many changes that will take place. It's just the batsmen have got to get some runs. The pitch hasn't zipped around all over the place. They've just really lost their wickets. They've lost their way, but they didn't field their best today either. Put a couple of catches down and fumbled in the outfield. So it hasn't been their best performance. Get rid of this one. Go and enjoy it. Get on a yacht tomorrow or something, then start again. Overthrows, not what they wanted, but it doesn't really matter now. It's just the figures of Bravos. He's not happy about. Sammy gets it in mid-wicket, has a shine, no one backing up. Is this out if he hits? It would have been close. Nonetheless, they pick up a boundary.
That should be caught at third man. It is. Nikita Miller, the man down there. 9 wickets down.
Dwayne Bravo's second wicket. And you really can't blame Creamer for going after this. It was short and wide. Miller didn't really have to move, but couldn't just stand there and block for the rest of the day. So Creamer goes for 6, Zimbabwe 96 for 9.
Zimbabwe's number 11, Ray Price, comes to the crease. And the proper number 11 he is. 72 matches, total runs of 275 with an average of just under 10.
I like how you say that, Mikey. Just under 10, you know, like just under 50.
Well, we low order batsmen, you know, we don't think of those big numbers like you batsmen, those of 50 and 60 and 70. We think of doubles, we can get to double figures.
So he's one of the big boys then. This was Creamer's dismissal. Just had a waft at that, and Nikita Miller, simple. They don't come much simpler than that.
That should fall short rather of third man, and wide of him as well. Couple of runs scored by Prosper Utseya.
Didn't swing as hard at this as Creamer did, so it went finer. It's a slow outfield, and Nikita Miller has enough time to come around and collect that. So into triple figures now, Zimbabwe. Not sure if he was actually out of his crease, but it just seemed a good idea on the follow through to Bravo. Big turnaround in fortunes for Prosper Utsea and his Zimbabwe team. Started the tour very brightly. Now it's just a matter of seeing how many overs they can bat. West Indies have taken this game away from them.
Slow delivery, well played.
Just brings the fingers down the side of the ball. Dwayne Bravo takes all the pace off of it.
That's a long way down the leg side. .31 overs bowled, 102 for 9, Zimbabwe. The two umpires operating today in this one-day international. Vast difference in experience. Just as 8th one-day international, Norman Malcolm, as I stated earlier on, is from Jamaica. But he must be very pleased to be working with someone like this, Simon Toffel, standing in his 150th one-day international. Vast experience. And he has been helping out the local umpires that he has been working with on this series. On a couple of occasions we saw him talking to Clyde Duncan in Guyana, just making sure that he stays in tip-top shape. Understands exactly what is required each time he's standing at the operating end. 150 ODIs, that's a lot. That's a good shot, or is it? It hasn't gone very far. Dropped. Ravi Rampal, the man, trying to settle under that.
And over ago, I was going to say that he's had a very good day in the field, Ravi Rampal. Did everything to get to this one, but just didn't hold on. A blemish on what has been a good fielding performance from him.
I catch him, Ollie!
Another man comes into the slip corner and he's getting just enough turn to encourage that, and especially with Ray Price on strike. caught him. He thought he struck it very fiercely, Ray Price, but not fierce enough to get past Chris Gale. So that's it for Zimbabwe in this innings. 104 all out in over number 32. Short, bang, but not hard enough. Chris Gale doing a good job there at short extra cover. Made it look quite simple. It's never that easy though. So a comprehensive victory here by the West Indies. So that's the situation with this, the third ODI here at the Arnos Vale. The first of 3 ODIs at the Arnos Vale ground. West Indies 245 for 9. Zimbabwe bowled out for 104 in over number 32. So a very comprehensive victory this by the West Indies by all of 141 runs. They now lead the 5-match series, of course, 2-1.